Kia ora, beautifuls. Madeline Lee here from Ride Your Stigma. It's been a while. Quite a while. Not too sure when I last came live, maybe a couple of weeks ago now. Just going to share the live so that I can have my full devoted attention with you guys. Share now public. If you were joining me live or on the replay, please feel welcome to say kia ora, say, is it morena? Kind of, in my world it's morena. Say hello, let me know that you are here, where you are coming in from. Has been a little while since I've been live. I have been doing the things, recalibrating, recoding, almost, I want to say, kind of sinking into a new reality of my own, a new space, a new energy. So I'm going to pull a few cards this afternoon, whatever you want to call it. So if you would like a intuitive card or message today and you are live, chuck a yes please into the comments. What else is it shared? Yes it is. Cool, so I can go back. So we're going to pull some cards, and I wanted to talk a little bit about what death and rebirth means to me. When I say that, I've had quite a few people recently ask me, what do you mean, Maddie, when you say death and rebirth? Did you have someone close to you pass away, etc.? So I wanted to kind of talk into that a little bit, and talk about, I suppose, some recoding and things that have come through for me. Just going to open the comments for my live so that I can see them. It's going to let me, because I don't think it's coming up on my phone. It's going to let me. Ah, it's Phil. That's so funny. I can't, let's see if I can see it now. Oh, comments will appear here. Will they have it? Oh, yep. Hey, beautiful soul. Hi, Phil. Welcome, lovely to have you here. Morena, yes please, to a card. That's so interesting. Oh no, now I can see it. Yeah, so it's been, I almost want to go and say it's been a hot minute, but I don't really know what that means. I hear people say it, so maybe I won't use it until I know what it means. I'm Madeline Lee. I'm an intuitive healer, mindset mentor, herpes support person, and a twerk fitness and expressive dance coach. So welcome if you are new here, and kia ora if you are a regular and familiar in this space. It's been a couple of weeks actually, and I would say in some way or form I have just been through a different kind of recoding, a different kind of death rebirth that I haven't really experienced before. Old parts of myself used to be so dramatic and really, really extreme. Like, it really had to be really extreme, dramatic, like something really bad had to happen to, like, almost make up. I don't know if that's the right words. Almost like make up. To be loud enough to be seen, heard. Seen, heard, listened to, that's the same thing, but seen, heard, listened to be approved of, to be loved, to felt enough, all of the things. And this time it is like it's been a slow and steady death rebirth that I've been going through, in a sense of feeling lostness, confusion, a lot of questioning, not so much sabotage, but like questioning my purpose and everything. It's a little midgy, that has been going on for me, if that makes sense. And just probably feeling the emotion, or the feeling of give upness, but in another space or part of self, knowing that there is no give up possible. That is not in my vocabulary, that is not my energy, that is not who I am or part of me. But I've gone through a lot in the last month and needed really to come back to myself for self-time, if that makes sense. And not even self-time, maybe it is, maybe it's not. I've got some humongous things birthing that I want to share with the world, that I want to help people with. But it's like I'm learning a new language, if that makes any sense. A new language in myself, in my work, and who I am and why I am here, in the way that I show up in the world, in the way that I lead by just being myself, in the way that I lead myself and or others externally from me, and as I learn and be led by others around me. I don't even know if that makes sense, but it makes sense to my words. Let's pull a beautiful card for Phil, and then we'll see where we go from there. But I do really want to, I had a conversation with someone not long ago because they were like, Maddie, what do you mean? Ooh, there you go, Phil. Congratulations. Love this for you. Thank you, Phil. That's so interesting that now it comes up. Yeah, it's been really big, Phil. So thank you. I really appreciate that. Today, at the moment, there's been some huge things. I'm working a couple of random like shifts and jobs and things, and doing my business and sorting out some deep stuff in my personal life all at once, and it is huge. But then at the same time, it's like we've learnt or been taught or it's programmed that these things are simple and that they're not very big and that we should just kind of get over them, or they should be easy and flowful and don't make a big deal, just like do the thing, hurry up. And it's like I'm undoing that. It's like I'm allowing myself, and it's like about allowing ourselves to, if it's big for you, it's big for you, and don't let anyone tell you that it's not. Just because it may not be big to someone else does not mean it has to be small to you, or simple or easy. We change and shift, and our individual journey is our own individual journey. Hello, Katie. Kia ora. I am about to sneeze. Excuse me. Excuse me. So, beautiful Phil. 17. Authenticity. Wolf. Straight away I see the eyes, Phil. Eyes of the wolf. Authenticity, wolf. I see eyes, I see the eyes of the wolf, and then what I'm feeling is like the back of the person in the cloak. Like the cloak, it's like the cloak covering. It's like, what are you covering? What are you keeping so protected? Like I can feel, like I want to turn around and say, like, what are you covering in your authenticity that it is time to remove that cloak, like, and it's not in a really masculine energy of like, hurry up and remove that cloak, la 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 la, and be all in your authenticity. That's normally what would come through. So you can see, you'll be able to see my shift in my energy, Phil. But I feel like this is, with you, it is like, can you gently and softly choose to remove that, where to open your authenticity more, so that, and I'm getting like really strong eyes. I don't know if any of this makes sense. So the strong eyes, but it's just that I can just feel it. There's not really many words. It's just like, it's like sitting method as well, I want to say, Phil. It's like, and then I'm getting a message like mirror work. I don't know if you've done mirror work. It's like, can you sit with your own authenticity and look into the mirror? Look into the mirror, look into your own eyes, and spend some time really deeply connecting with self. Really, really deeply connecting with self. Let me just see what we have above. Wolf is my spirit animal. That's beautiful. Good morning, Stacey. And yes, Katie, you are most welcome. After Phil, I can definitely pull you a card. So it's almost like certainty, Phil. Certainty, but with like an elegance. That I don't know where that word's coming from. Authenticity, it's like that cape, but it's not like, I'm going to take off my cape. I'm authentic. This is me. This is who the fuck I am. It's more like humbly and like with elegance, like removing that cloak from somewhere in your authenticity with strong certainty. But it's almost like you don't need to talk, you don't need to yell it, you don't need to scream it, just be it. Just start implementing it, just start moving through it with elegance is what I'm kind of hearing, yeah? So I'm just going to read from the book for you, Phil. Okay. 17. Wolf. Authenticity. Discover who you really are by revealing your authenticity. This is always the best way. We all resonate a frequency. So if you are pretending to be someone you are not, you will keep attracting people with whom you do not resonate. It is necessary to negotiate a position with others sometimes, and there should be no anxiety about differences in opinion. Phil says, I came across a poem recently. I'll message you, and the eyes as well. Wow. Yeah. Like I just feel like I want to almost like, maybe not jump. I almost like I want to be just here, and I just want to stare at you. But I can't see you because I'm through the screen. But does that make sense? It's like with eyes can tell so much. They can tell so much. It's that energy, it's that feeling within the certainty. It's like if you've followed me for a while, you'll understand and know when I'm nervous or when I've been a bit rocky, because I often look up. And sometimes it's messages coming through, sometimes it's focusing, sometimes it's looking back in my memory of like this lifetime or another soul lifetime. But often you can see like there's certainty in my eyes today. There's certainty in that. Phil says, unbelievable sense. Yeah, I love those wording, Phil. Unbelievable sense. That is such a fucking, I'm just going to write it down. Unbelievable sense. I love that because there's no limitations on it, and there's so much perception of whatever comes through for the individual, rather than, you know, because sometimes when we say energy or when we say intuition or feeling or what's right for you, the feeling, the knowing, sometimes it can be hard to describe. An unbelievable sense, it's your senses, yes, whether it is reality, physical senses like your taste, your sight, your feel, your touch, etc., or whether it is your spiritual organs and senses as well, or either or together. I hope that pulls something through for you, Phil. Beautiful Katie, are you still here? Yes, Stacey, you definitely can have a card. Beautiful. I think Facebook's updated a little bit. I'm finding it hard to scroll through the messages. So death and rebirth, if anyone on here has their own definition of death and rebirth at the moment, live or replay, I would love for you to, before I talk into it at the end of this live, to write in the comments what death and rebirth means for you. What does death and rebirth mean for you? And it might be, I don't know, Maddie, I've never heard it. Or it might be, this is what it means, Maddie, X, Y, Z. I would love to hear that. There is no right or wrong. I just find it really powerful if we write what comes into our head when we ask those questions. And then when I share, then I'm not just installing my perception of it. It gives you guys space to be creative with whatever and trust whatever is coming through for you. Kia ora, Millie. Lovely to have you here. Could I have a card, please? Yes, there's 2 people before you. So if you stay on live, you are most welcome to have one. Phil says, thank you for the potent reading. You are most welcome, Phil. Thank you for joining me. I would love to hear what your definition, understanding, perception, or feeling of death and rebirth would be. Katie and Stacey, if you are both here, could you please just give me a yes, still here? just so that I know, because I need people live for any messages. By the way, today we are pulling from Divine Animal Oracle. Stacey is here. Awesome. I will give Katie a couple of moments just to see if she's here, Stace. Otherwise I'll move on to you. Beautiful. It's interesting because the death and rebirth topic of understanding death and rebirth, 3 years ago, if someone had said death, rebirth, I would have been like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like a physical death, that's it. That's what I would have understood. And now I understand that we go through so many different types of deaths and rebirths in our own ways at different times and different levels. Yes, Katie is still here. Awesome. Okay. I don't know if this makes any sense to you, Katie, but have you had a deepening? Have you had a deepening? You might go, what the fuck are you asking? I just say, I don't know, or no, or yes. Have you had a deepening? Something, have you, I want to say dropped down? Drop down, deepening. Phil, have you heard of The Dark Night of the Soul, A Person's Spiritual Awakening? Yes, I have. There's an incredible guy that, yes, I need to familiarize myself a little deeper, but I do know Phil, yes. There is I'm trying to think of the man, I can't remember his name. But deepening, Katie, I just feel like this, like, almost like a hole, I don't want to say digging a hole because it's not like that, but it's like deepening. But deepening, not even like at first it's like deepening, oh no, you're falling down a hole, that's really bad, negative. So I want to step away from the negative, positive. I just want to say, has there been like a deepening somewhere in your life and your emotions? Like, and it doesn't feel like a jolt, but it's like a sinking, but not like in a negative way, like sinking, like it's like a deepening where okay, that one. Yes, there is deepening. So much change is coming. Is here. Yeah, Katie. Good morning, beautiful Tamara. Lovely to have you here. Welcome, welcome. So yes, Katie. So the one that just literally like did the whole flip out of the deck right now, Katie. Because it's like, oh. So I don't know if it. I'm getting like maybe it's emotions and spiritual. Maybe. You know, in a wiggle, it's like, can the tension come out? It's like deepening, but it's also like there's a lot of strain or tension. It's kind of like it's a lot of deepening, but it's a lot to process and adapt, and it's like tension is coming out or something like that. Number 8, stability, sea turtle. So I feel like this is really calling in what is coming, what is here, like what is building, what is creating, what is rolling, like the ocean rolling. And it's interesting because it is sea turtle in the ocean, if that makes some sense. Up here there is like all these little turtles, and they kind of like look like they're like in an egg, and they're kind of flying. They're like flying turtles. I'm like, are they butterfly turtles or dragonfly turtles or something? Up the top there, it's almost like, so stability, sea turtle for today. It's like that deepening, and it's interesting that it's water, how I said it's like sinking. Like I feel like it's like to the bottom, like we've got this weight that's pulling you down, but it's gonna, when you come back up, it's like that stability. It's gonna, you're gonna bob back up, and it's the stability coming in, even though a lot is deepening. It's not I don't know why I keep on, it's like I go to say deepening and then someone's like, but it's not negative. But it's not negative. Don't associate it with negative or positive. It's just deepening. Just stop labeling it negative or positive. It's just deepening, and deepening is okay. Can you be okay with deepening? Can you be okay with deepening? Because deepening, it's like, if we stay on the surface and we're always superficial and we're not willing to deepen, to feel all the things, to move through all the things, we are going to remain on that surface. We're not going to be able to deepen and then come back up into stability, is like kind of what I'm hearing today, Katie, yeah? And then the little girl on top of the turtle, all that I see or think there that comes through, it's like deepening, but you're going to need a lot of like recalibration, rest. It's like recalibration, rest, like sleep, like nourishing. Maybe you're not quite there yet, or it's like coming, that there's so much deepening happening that it's, yeah, because then I just need, then it's like just a awareness, or bring to it your attention, or a reminder that like when you need that rest before that stability kind of comes in, or to support that stability to come in, it's like remembering that sleep and rest is just as potent as actioning and facing our shit and owning our shit and doing the work. Doing the work is the sleep and the rest too, which that's interesting that that's come out, because that also is something I've been having to remind myself of, if that makes sense. 8, sea turtle. Stability. Operating from a stable base is adventurous. If you need help and guidance, ask for it. As you are loved and supported, delve deeply into the study of something rather than just skimming the surface. Do not push hard for what you want all the time. Instead, set an intention or direction and steadily flow towards this. Not every journey needs to be difficult. One full of drama. I don't know if you just heard me. I think I just said something already. Just before that, I think in Phil's card. But if you didn't, maybe when the replay's up, go back and watch it, because I just talked about that death and rebirth, Katie, does not need to always be extreme, and that's something I've just come through, a type of death and rebirth that it has not actually been extreme. It's been like slow and steady rebirth, and that's why it's been so different. I thought there's been moments in the last like month or few weeks that I've been like, I'm lost, I'm confused, everything's gone, what am I doing, kind of thing. But I'm now coming through and I'm like, oh, it was a death and rebirth, but it wasn't extreme. It wasn't like anything really fucking bad happened to me, and it didn't have to be dramatic. It was just like that growth, if that makes sense, yeah? Hope that lands in some way. Kia ora, Kalina. I hope I am pronouncing that properly. If not, please pop in the comments how you pronounce it. Who was next? I think it was Stacey and then Millie, if she's still live. I really hope that resonates, Katie, in some way. It's just... beautiful Stacey. You did great with the name. Oh, I'm so glad, Kalina. It's a really beautiful name too. Very unique. I love unique names. Thanks, Stace. So interesting how I said slow and steady. Like when I breathe at the moment, guys, it's like so slow and steady. Kalina says, would love a card pulled if you have time, please, honey. Yes. I think we have got Millie afterwards. We'll have a look back up. I think I should have enough time, lovely. Katie says, thank you, beautiful. X resonates. Feels like a book has closed and a new chapter starting. Yeah. I can feel that deeply for you, beautiful. I think it's been coming for a while, hey, for you on that one. Stacey. 7. Groundedness, armadillo. It's interesting, Stacey. I didn't look at armadillo first. When I turned that over, the two, I don't know if you call them warriors. Maybe they are armadillo warriors because they've got armadillos on the head, I think. Straight away, I felt like warrior, but there's another word. I almost want to say calm warrior, like calm, collected warrior. But I feel like there's a better word for it, but it's not quite coming through. I almost want to say like seriousness as well. Seriousness coming through. So like groundedness. I don't really know much about armadillos, but we'll read the guidebook in a minute, and I will actually see. Let me just grab my animal spirit guidebook. I don't know if there will be an armadillo in there because I have no idea what country armadillos live in. But we'll have a look. But it's like a seriousness. Like I'm getting really like suddenly something. It's like, have you just got real serious about something? Like before you were kind of like, yeah, I want to do that. Yeah, I want to do that. Yeah, I want to pursue this, or I want to get deeper in this, or you know, when we say we want to do things, or we want to implement things, or we want to change things, and we really like we've been talking about it, but we haven't really been like applying the action or like the embodiment or like feeling through into it, if that makes sense. And it's interesting because this isn't really feeling like the word groundedness, but it's getting it's like a different message coming through right now. It's like serious, like suddenly something switched, and it's like, or is about to switch, or is switching right now, that you're like, no, this is like serious, calm, clear, certain warrior, like that. No, I'm doing this and I'm fully committed. It's like an energetic like decision of committedness that almost possibly, I want to say, like I may be wrong, but that it's like you're suddenly embodied it, and it's like switching, and you don't really have a choice. Like, of course we always have a choice, and that's what I was saying, we always have a fucking choice, but it's almost like there's been something that switched over and moved over, and now you're like, this is non-negotiable. And I can relate that to my own journey or self, in a sense of, sometimes people go, well, how did you do that, Maddie? Or how would you go there and do that? Or why, how can you stay committed? And blah, blah, blah. I was like, I don't have a fucking choice. Of course I always have a choice, but I don't. This is my, I want to say, this was my destiny. This is my divine purpose. This is literally like, I do not have a choice. I wake up and it is like in my blood, and something has switched, and it's so certain and so serious. And I want to say like calm, serious, certain, and like again, like the eyes with Phil's card, like I am doing this and I am moving into this, and there is nothing that's going to stop me, but you're not having to try. You're just being you, because you're stepping into more of you, if that makes sense. Yeah. Let me just see what you have said. Phil says, you feel a lot different, beautiful soul. The energy is much more stronger. Thanks, Phil. that is, yeah, I can feel it in myself. I don't really know how to describe it to people, but that's interesting that you can feel it. It's been a hell of a month that I've nearly given up multiple times, even though I never would. Stacey says, more serious in my everyday life, more serious within myself. Like I want to keep putting challenges out there for me to, I'm just kidding, truth bumps. Challenges out there for me to challenge myself to finish. It's great. So I want to say, Stacey, has it been a recurring cycle or habit of starting things and not finishing, or like desiring to complete or move forward into those spaces of, I don't know, like challenge, goals, things, desires, dreams, and then always having unfinished? Like, is this the movement in learning to finish, to complete, to really, really stick to it and really find? And I'm getting also, there's so much, Stacey, there's like also getting like yes and no's, like learning to say, nah, no, what? I don't want to do that, even though everyone else is doing that. I don't want to. This is what I actually want to do. So learning like your yes and no's, really, really, really certainly. Stacey says, yes. Stacey says, more serious with what I want in life. Yeah, beautiful, honey. super, super powerful. I'll just read you one from the book and I'll just see if there's anything about armadillo in my animal spirit guides here. Page 7. Card 7, sorry. Armadillo, groundedness. Without grounding ourselves, we can become disconnected and flighty. So it is an important aspect to develop. Go to the basics first, plug into the power of the earth. Avoid drama in situations. Sometimes we need to look at the flowers at our feet before looking to the stars. Humility is a positive trait. False humility is not. So I just want to say, I think you're already doing all of this, Stacey. It's almost like when I'm reading it, it's like, yeah, but I already am. I'm here. You're not telling me anything new. I feel this. And maybe it's just reassurance or guidance or, just reassurance. Not that you need it, but it's like, oh, it feels good when you hear that, when you feel that. I just want to say well done. I just keep wanting to say, Stacey, well done, well done, well done, well done. That's all I'm hearing. Maybe those are your words for today. Well done, well done. Kia ora, Mel. Yes, always dreams, never started or finished it. Now I'm doing what works for me and how I'm feeling. Yes, definitely yes and no. Stacey says, first time ever feels like I'm finally getting into my one self. Thank you, honey. Yeah, well done. Can you write that in your mirror today? Well done. Well done. That's all I'm hearing. Let me just see if there's armadillo. Armadillo. Well, maybe you need to say well done to yourself about 30 times in the mirror. Let's have a little look at antelope, armadillo. Here you go. Armadillo. If armadillo shows up, it means you need to set clear boundaries with those whom you feel are intrusive or invasive. It's a time to retreat rather than trying to make headway or directly influence the circumstances at hand. There's a situation that requires you to dig deeper to discover any underlying deceit or invasiveness. It's important to be discerning right now about whom you can trust, especially with particularly sensitive or highly personal issues. Define to others not only what you don't want, but more important, what you do want. How's that? I was just checking if there was anything else in the other page. Lol, yeah. There you go, beautiful. Hope that gives you some support today. Who was next? I think it was Millie. Beautiful Millie, could you please let me know if you are still live so that I can pull you a message today. Probably got time for maybe another 2 or 3. Gosh, and there's something within this death rebirth, guys. I have drunk like an ocean full of water. I can't get enough of it. You are most welcome, Stacey. Millie, yes, she is here. Whereabouts around New Zealand or the world are you coming in from today, Millie? It's almost like you want a card, Millie, but you also don't want one. Mark. Wellington, beautiful, windy Wellington. I love visiting Wellington. I don't think I could live there, but I love visiting there. It feels really relaxing for me when I go there. I'm getting shaky hands too, Millie, so I'm not sure if it may not be your physical hands are shaky, but are your deeper hands of some sort shaky? And I want to say it's okay if hands are shaky. I just keep getting, it's okay if hands are shaky, it's okay if hands are shaky, it's okay. Can you just tell yourself it's okay if hands are shaky? And I've got like tingles all up my arms and my back, yeah? It's a lovely day today, yeah. Auckland's been crazy. We've got a little bit of sun. Yeah, it's confused. It's like two parts. It's like, come on, pick me a card, but also I'm shaky. Do I really want to? 39, Prosperity Peacock. And two cards. Cycles here. See how much it was shaking on. Prosperity Peacock. So often when I pull this one, or when I pulled this one in the car, in the past, Millie, the peacock has been the picture. I'm getting pins and needles on my foot too. Like, there's some sensation stuff going on, Millie. It's like real shaky. Like, I feel like, is it emotions or soul, or is it physical? Is there something physical going on shaky? But then I just got like straight away, like when I said shaky and I was about to talk to the peacock, I like just got like pins and needles all down my right foot, which, oh, we're using all the books today. I'll get my Secret Language of the Body and just read what right foot means, just because it was direct from there, if that makes sense. So normally a peacock, with this card, the peacock has been the picture, but today it's the colour, these colours around here. So I don't know if pinks or blues or sky, stars, if that has some resonation is that even a fucking word? Resonation. I keep wanting to say resonation. I don't even know if that's a word. I'm going to say resonation, you know, like relating, resonating to you in some way or form. Prosperity, peacock, but it's almost... And I'm getting like lean your head back. I don't know what this has to do with prosperity. Let's just read the card from the book. I felt cold all of a sudden. It's not cold. Yeah, honey. Yeah, bag. So what does, I want to say like the bluey, purpley, these colors up here, sky colors, stars. When I ask you that, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? What comes, like, if you're comfortable to share, what comes to mind? What feeling comes up? Is it anything? Even if it's random, even if it makes no sense, if you feel comfortable enough, put it in the comments, or else write it down beside you or in your notepad, or just remember. I'm going to just read from the book for a moment before we move really out the card, because it's like 39. Concentrate on your out breath. It's like when you breathe out, really allow it to release. I don't know what that really... Prosperity is coming to you. Prosperity is coming to you. Prosperity is coming to you. A flow of abundance is on its way. Expect a new income stream. Clear the energy in your home or office. Do not be afraid of success. You can rise from difficult circumstances. So I want to say, keeping an open mind, opportunisticness and there was some, oh yeah, clear the energy in your home or office or space. So it depends, I'm not sure what kind of things you know how to clear, so you could get some Palo Santo, some sage, something like that, have your windows open, clear, cleans, and even clearing your environmental space can mean cleaning out your fucking wardrobe, just having a dust, vacuuming. When we vacuum physically, we vacuum up energy, we vacuum it away. Also, getting, I can't even remember which archangel it is it Archangel Michael? I'll have to look it up, but I can message you. The archangel that has the vacuum cleaner, I'm trying to remember, like the suction, almost getting like, can you do a meditation around that archangel with the vacuuming of all the old, the stagnant, the stuff that you're moving out of at the moment, if that makes any sense. Yeah. Now, if you have time, could you please tell me if I... No problem, I'll just finish this one and then we'll see. Yeah. So I'm just going to grab my secret language of the body book, if it's here. Let's see. Oh, all the cards nearly fall over. I just want to check right foot. Have you had something happen with your right foot or right side of any sort? I'm wondering at the moment, Millie. Let me just see. Just one moment. Thank you for your patience. Just trying to find foot. Foot. Feet. Right foot, Millie. Okay, so this is the inner seagull, the secret language of your body. So a lot of really, really amazing relations to like your body and healing and certain physical illnesses and things, and it's not an illness. I just got like that tingling all down my, like tingling pins and needles really suddenly through my right foot, like it was related to you. So right foot, too much obligation, feeling angry, irritated, frustrated, and enraged. Focusing a great deal on material things and what you are going to get out of a situation. Trying to break through something using force rather than standing back and allowing it to happen. Shooting yourself in the foot. Possible contributing factors to feet. Moving in the wrong direction, ignoring your intuition, feeling confused, lost, ungrounded, or out of reach with reality. Feeling stuck, bogged down, obligated to others. Missing the big picture, indecisiveness, getting cold feet about a situation. Millie says it does, thank you. You're most welcome. Kalina, wow, such powerful messages. Yes, big today, beautiful. Millie, no, nothing with my right side that I'm aware of. That's fine. It's good to know. It's because sometimes it may not be, like and it's on my body too. So that's the first time that I've had that kind of spread through, if that makes sense. And maybe there's something in what I just read in the Secret Language of Your Body book just then that maybe ties in, and maybe that's why I'm feeling it. It's not a physical injury, it's not a physical illness or anything that's happened on the right side of your body, but it's coming through to share with me the sensation so that I can share something with you to bring it to your attention. And often when I share from that Secret Language of Your Body book, Millie, people are kind of confused. They're like, well, why are you just telling me this? Like the anger, the resentment, the blah blah blah, the people pleasing kind of stuff that comes through from that book. They often don't understand like the healing component or the gift or the servingness or support from it. So when we bring awareness to our emotions which relate to that are unpacking in our body somehow or way, it starts to heal itself and start to dissolve when we bring awareness to whatever it is. So possibly it's almost like addressing, maybe it's a pre-warning, I don't know, warning sounds like warning, but like pre-warning or like pre-step to say like, are you feeling any of these emotions? Are these things coming up for you? Because if you don't deal with them now, possibly it could start to build into something around your foot or something like that. Millie says, okay, that does resonate. Good. I'm glad that that resonates in some way and you can take something from that. Do send me a message if you would like me to send you a photo of that page in the book. She also has like a healing little ritual exercise thing in there as well if you would like me to send you that. And then the other card I pulled for you, 31 cycles here. Which this one I'm just gonna call from the book. Those are the words that wanted to come out of my mouth. Trust it, Maddie. 31 here. Cycles. Follow the cycles of nature and you will be really disappointed. And energy travels in cycles. Seek balance. This is a time and season for everything. Plants cannot blossom all the time, so be patient. Millie says, thank you so much. You are so welcome. Thank you for joining us today. I hope that supports you in some way. Oh, I think there was someone else who, was it Kalina? Let me just scroll up, guys. I've probably got time for one more. Mal says, if you have time, could you please tell me if I should get into selling my crystal leather chokers? Wow, that sounds cool. Really creative. I make them for myself, but have had people tell me to start selling them. P.S. I have no confidence and don't believe I can succeed. So I'm going to go and pull Kalina a card, but just on that, Mal, I just want to say, what does your intuition say? Because your intuition knows. What does your intuition say? So yes, maybe your confidence and self-worth stuff, and there's like fear of failure and fear that you won't succeed and all these things. Put that aside, because we always, careful Maddie, do we always have it? Yeah, most of us all have components of, regardless when we do, like I have it still. I come live, I do all these things, and I still have it every single fucking day. I'm like, oh, am I going to fail? It comes up because we're programmed to have that. So yeah, confidence and stuff you can work on, you can build with exposure. But if you come back to yourself, it's like, what does your intuition tell you? Are you passionate about them? Are they potent? Are they sacred? Do they open you? Are they creative? Are they beautiful? Do they have power and potency that you could share with others? Is that something you desire? Come back to your intuition, because often, people tell us things and they plant seeds and then it opens us. But also some people tell us things and then we're like, start to go and do it, and then we're like, oh, I didn't really want to do that, so I just listened to someone else, which also isn't always a downfall, isn't always a negative or a failure, because we still learn. We've learned that experience and then we've gone and tried it, and then we're like, oh, actually I tried that and I'm glad I did, but that's not for me. So I want you to just come back into your intuition. Yes, the confidence, the fear of failure, the self-worth, the fear of not succeeding, all of those things, or a fear of succeeding, but I want you to come back into your intuition. Yeah. Kalina, I'm pretty sure. I'm just scrolling up to check. Yes, I was correct. I'm pretty sure it's Kalina next. Yes, please, you're here. Kalina says, amazing how our body holds onto emotions and creates discomfort. I've had a niggly left hip as of late. Be interesting to see what it is. Yeah, totally. It is crazy how our body holds the emotions and how our physical illnesses come out in our body depending on what's trapped in our emotions and our energy in our body. Yeah. Yes, please, I'm still here. Awesome. Mal says it actually tells me to go for it. Well then, awesome. Trust that, girlfriend. Go for it. Go for it. Okay, Kalina. very gentle, Kalina. I just want to shuffle like a feather. Like I just want to I'm getting like float like a feather. Gentle, gentle, gentle. Or like, I'm getting like gentle like a feather on a child's face, you know, like tickling them with sensations or something, like gentle. Just getting feelings of gentle, gentle, gentle. Almost want to use a soft voice too. Armadillo again. Groundedness, but the sun, sun rays, first thing that comes out. Sun rays. So I'm not sure if you were just here to hear the armadillo card, but I'm getting like sun rays. You are a sun ray? You are the rays of the sun. So I'm getting like gentleness. It's like, I'm like, weird, maybe it was the kid. Sorry, it's a little bit all over the place. It's, do you have children? Or maybe it's not children. Maybe it's not your children. Do you have a little person that looks up to you and you're a sun ray? You're a ray of sun to them, more than you ever realize. Like, you are their sun. They are your sun. Yeah, Kalina, is there a really special little person in your life? A particular one. There's a particular one. See, I just feel like crying now. Like, you get tears coming up. Like, it's like, there's a particular one that maybe you have kids and mental youth too. So I feel like there is, so I'm not sure if it's your children or child, or a youth. There's a particular someone that is in your life, a child, like I almost feel like between like maybe like 7 or 8 years oldish, and it's like you're in their life. Of course, it's almost like you've got a passion for children, like you've got a love for children, like it's part of you. You are gentle, you are gentle and you are loving. It's like in your nature, like your mother nature, but there is a particular child that it's almost like getting a message to say like you are impacting their life, whether it's your own child or something. It's a particular one child. And it's like, it's a praise today. It's a praise to you that, like, you know that you are nourishing them and leading them and teaching them and inspiring them, but allowing them to feel heard and be them. But more than you realize, like, this is like a highlight of like a celebration of love, of appreciation of you. You impact them so much that you have taught them to be their own ray of sunshine through you being your own, or by you just being you. And it's like today the message is to come through that it's like, please, can you see how much you shine so brightly and keep being who you are. You don't have to do anything. Keep being who you are. But I'm like getting like teary-eyed feelings of a raised emotion of love, of like you know that you're a good impact naturally, but it's like a compliment to you to know that you truly fucking, like, you really, really have taught them to shine their own motherfucking light through you being your own light. Yeah. Kalina says, my daughter is 9 and really looks up to me. Children is my passion. Yeah. And it feels like you're really fucking amazing at it. Yes, beautiful. I will just read the armadillo again for you, just because it's short and I am not sure if you were on before, just in case you would like the meaning. But it's like, keep going, because you are incredible as you are, and you are making huge impacts by being just who you are. Groundedness, armadillo. Without grounding, yourself, we can become disconnected and flighty. So it is an important aspect to develop. Go to the basics first. Plug into the power of the earth. Avoid drama in situations. Sometimes we need to look at the flowers at our feet before looking to the stars. Humility is a positive trait. False humility is not. Alrighty, I'm just going to go up and read comments. I've got time for one more. I don't think there's anyone else on the list before I need to get off. I hope that supports you in some way, Kalina. Mel says, lol, I literally just felt like I just got my ass kicked. I hope in a good way, Mel. In a good way, beautiful. I hope. If I'm wrong, that's okay too. You can say, no, not in a good way. Honesty is number one, man. Tamara, I'd love a card too, please, beautiful. I may have to go, though, so check to see if I am here first. Are you here, Tamara? I have time for one more if you're still here. Mal, I'm slowly working on my self-confidence. Thank you, beautiful. Yes, and keep going, because you got it, and we are always working on our self-confidence. I am too, as are you, as everyone. Mal says, you're a great reader. Thank you for your time. Thank you, Mal. Feel free to give us a follow and tune in next time I come on if you would like to join us. And Tamara, you are here. Beautiful. Let's see what we have for you today. Beautiful Tamara, how are you? Two fall out for you, beautiful. 24. I really want to talk quietly, Tamara. Are you quiet at the moment? Are you quiet at the moment? It's like you feel like you're quiet, like, or you're quietly plodding along. I want to say, like, quietly plodding along. Freedom, horse, 24. Freedom, horse. I just want to say quiet. I don't know why. Isn't it funny? Sometimes it's just like, it's like quiet. Freedom. Quietly free. Quietly free. It's like I'm quietly becoming more and more free. There's not really much coming through. It's like quietly free. I'm quietly free. I'm getting like the opposite of like, you know, when sometimes when we've broken through something and then we celebrate, or we've broken through, or we're breaking patterns, or we've achieved something really incredible, we've like taken a huge step, like shifted, and we've like achieved something that we never even, it's like, oh my god, it's like, and often we'll be like celebrating, like post it everywhere and shit, oh my god, look, I like got my degree, or I passed this, or I got my first long-term client, or I'm getting married, or like whatever we're celebrating. It's like often we're really loud, and it's almost like freedom is your celebration that you are celebrating, but it's almost like quietly free. Like I'm free. Like I'm feeling like that. I'm free. I'm free. That's what I'm feeling. I'm free. Fuck yeah. Tamara, this actually makes it, I'm glad. Tamara says, I've been shown in the last couple of days that old triggers no longer hold power over me. It's interesting that I want to whisper when I'm going, I'm quietly free. Yeah. It's almost like in a movie, like, I don't know how to describe it, but you know in movies when it's like, yeah. But it's so quiet, like it's toned down, like, I'm fucking free. I could just keep saying that all day tomorrow. Oh, I'm so excited for you. And it's interesting that you say, I've been shown in the last couple of days that old triggers no longer hold power over me. So often that's like, it's not exactly like we have achieved something, but it's not like the cliche like I've achieved something like a degree or this or moving house or blah 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 blah. It's something that is so potently fucking important that we've been working on or healing for so fucking long. Something doesn't hold power over us anymore. It's almost like, oh yeah, like yeah, I don't have that anymore. But it's different. It's different. It's like you were like, I actually am like, I'm in free serenity. I'm like, yes. Like, yes. Like I can just feel like we're flying, like a flying white horse. Second card that fell out for you, beautiful, that was with it. 5, fierceness, Wolverine. Fierceness, Wolverine. Fierceness. We should develop a sense of healthy fierceness. Right now, do not shy away from things that confront you, but choose carefully how you act. You can be fierce, but not angry. Loyalty is important right now. A little white fear today, like in the whole card, what catches my eye is this white. Like, ksh, ksh. The white horse is upside down, yeah. Yeah, white, the whitey kind of whitey silver blue, like ksh. Yes, I don't think there's anything else to say today, tomorrow. I hope that lands in some way. Sending you so much love on your journey. Thank you all for joining me. I love you all dearly. And we will see you again soon.